All right, SPYE Mini. If you want to see a hell of a day, again, I'm all cash right now because this day was very bipolar. We could kind of look at the 30-minute to kind of see how much movement we had today. And we had plenty of it. Again, you had to move down at the open, move up, move down again, and close. Basically, there must have been a buy program around this 3-4 o'clock area, and yeah, 3 o'clock, and it just ran to the upside. So again, I'm still not certain direction, but again, we still talk about the 50% midpoint level, and the midpoint level is still, still haven't broken it. So again, it hit some targets that I had, but it did not close below them. So again, it hit it, broke it. And again, I was looking at like 1994 or something like that. It's kind of a break and go down, but it's just been we got to kind of see where it opens tomorrow. It's just been a crazy day. Looking at the NQ, it pretty much had a lot of that violent movement as well, but you can still see we're sideways, but we're above the 50%. So we want to just make sure that we're not shorting or going long just because we want to be active versus seeing a proper setup. And again, if that means that I missed something because I'm not sure, I have no problem with that. There's going to be plenty of trades, and that's something that a lot of traders have to realize, is that if people overtrade because they feel like they're going to miss the trade when there's many trades. It's still holding its 50%. Again, we have the lower highs in place, and the lower lows in place for this channel going from basically Christmas down. So it still hasn't broken below here. It came to the tick. If you want to talk about the daily, this was actually pointed out to me that the low right here is 197.86. 197.86. They went to touch it, and I guess they got the hell out of Dodge right there. So we'll see exactly what happens. Again, this SPY ETF shows more of the lower highs in a better fashion, if you want to say that. And we have the IWM that should be given some type of hammer, but again, hammer, that's fine, but still sideways consolidation. So again, if you're saying this is a hard market to trade, you're right. And sometimes when it's hard, there's no reason to give the market free tuition, basically your money, if you're not saying that you find direction or see direction clearly. Apple held around the 50 and still looking strong, still is going to be testing those highs. Amazon, another one that continued to show strength. One that actually I was looking to short, but it never got me triggered, and thank goodness, is Tesla. So I was looking to short that if we got a break below around this area, but it never came, thank goodness. And been really kind of sitting on my hands for the last couple days, because a lot of stuff that I went to short in, which I discussed previously, which was Tesla, one break-even trade, Twitter, something I had a while back. I think I had around, broke here, came back. This one still looks weak, by the way. It's kind of grinding up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower high. Yeah, it still looks kind of weak, quite honestly. If it breaks below here, it could be a fast move to the downside. Who else we had? We had GoPro. And this is just pretty much just trying not to be overly anxious regarding stuff. So I'll let it pop up a little bit, but there's still, you gotta still make sure that you look and say, what position is this stock in? You have Google. Google was looking weaker today, kind of the gap down. Now we have an inside day, so not really sure where it's gonna go. Looking at the midpoint again, just real simple and dirty analysis. It's still below the midpoint, but this action again, if you caught it here, that's fine. This one, I was a little leery to take that short. End up, probably would have paid okay, but the earnings came and it just blasted off. So kind of want to see how this one pans itself out. You got Goldman Sachs still not looking good. I mean, again, just one day, and it's still way below the 50% retrace of this swing. Let alone it's basically around the same area, so you can see that if it pops up a little bit more, it'll be a nice little short. You got Bank of America still not looking that sweet, quite honestly. You still see, again, if you're trying to get this one bar movement down, you got ripped, but again, I think the trade was either here or here. 1 bar pullback, kind of not my style, but it paid. So again, it doesn't matter my style or not. You got price line continuing to look sick. Again, I'm not going to just again trade just because this is what would be seen as support. If we kind of pull back a little bit, you could say, okay, this was, maybe a buy somewhere else. But I'm not trading that. Again, there's just higher probability setups that I prefer to take versus that. And you had a little bit of movement. You had a little pop up on oil. I'm just going to use the ETF USO. So again, this one could pop up more, but you still see that it has a long way to go before. And there's probably going to be a ton of articles talking about the bottom ends and stuff like that. Don't play that game. I think it's going to go to 41 to 38 to probably even 33, quite honestly. But don't play that game of saying this is the bottom, because you could definitely, they could have said that here, and people were saying it. So again, don't get caught up in that. And then we'll see how this pans out. We'll see what happens overnight. The futures currently right now is at 2017 for the ES. So again, it looks okay right now. We'll see what happens if we could get some continuation, because there's been some wild action. I mean, I cannot lie. It's been some really, really crazy action that you just got to say, you know what? This is a harder market to trade. When it sets up, I'll be able to get it right. But, again, don't be one of those guys. I want a short here, long here, short here, long here, short here, long here, short here. No, let it be. Let's get the trend intact, and then we'll take the ride. All right, take care.